We're selling at the moment a logistics facility in Helsinki. But my view on that was that we would, rather than opening that up to a very wide process of going far and wide to different investors, I think the beauty of being on the ground and in that market, and we have one of my Finnish colleagues here today. We have multiple offices across Finland, and what it does for us is it gives us a terrific insight into who actually is buying both locally and from a foreign perspective. So on that particular logistics, what my suggestion was that we would only go out to 3 investors. So things like this breakfast are obviously very important because it's very important for us to understand what the different investors are looking for and to get a feeling for whether or not we can actually stand in front of our client and say, we back these guys to actually do this deal. And on that, on this particular instance, the 3 investors that we went to was one was a foreigner, and 2 were actually Swedish, because we're seeing a lot of Swedish capital now looking to move up into Finland, and that's now under offer with one of those groups. And I would say the interest on that was very high, but on that one there was a development opportunity as well. So it's not just a pure standing core place. So it's quite interesting. There's been a huge portfolio that's been out in the market. It's a group called NREP. It's the largest transaction of its kind of the logistics space since probably the crisis across Europe. It's core logistics buildings in Denmark, Sweden and Finland. I spent 3 months of my life at the back end of last year running around looking at those sheds. The interest globally from that perspective was huge. I mean, we're talking about a portfolio of 700 million euro plus, and very, very core. And so you're having interest from not just the types of people that the industry-specific players like the Gaisleys and the Prologises and those types of groups that are all expanding here out into Europe. But you also have capital backing those pension fund capital looking for long-term returns and stable returns. It's a really interesting space, and it's moved up. NREP, who was selling that portfolio, when they started out their business, they were they're really at the cutting edge of logistics in the Nordics, and it's really very much on the radar now, I would say.